Welcome back to another episode of Sal and Pals Go to the Movies. Touly is busy, so I will be reviewing The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent by myself. So just a fair warning, there's going to be spoilers up ahead, so you've been warned. In this action-packed comedy, Nicolas Cage plays Nick Cage, channeling his iconic characters as he's caught between a superfan, Pedro Pascal, and a CIA agent, Tiffany Haddish. So let's begin with my pros. First of all, this is a good meta movie to watch if you just want to go and giggle at some memes, internet jokes, or such goofy things. The idea of the film, at least on the surface, that I got was a movie that is self-aware and knows when it's making fun of itself and goes all in. By all means, this has been done before, so it's not like it's doing it for the first time. But I think what sets this film apart, Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. They do seem to have a buddy chemistry in the film, and it doesn't really feel fake. So in that sense, it captivates you and pulls you in, and you're rooting for both characters. Next point is the plot and how it keeps changing. Well, not the kidnapping plot, but the other one with the leading characters making a movie. I enjoyed that we heard them coming up with ideas for a movie script, but then it hits you. Boom, you're watching the movie that they are creating. The idea that they take jabs at the movie, like when Nicolas Cage says that he hates it when two friends in the buddy comedy drama just keep talking and not go anywhere, and nothing happens, or something along those lines. It seemed like they were talking about themselves in this fake movie that they were creating, but for us is the real movie we're watching on screen. And when they come up with putting action scenes in the movie because it would make a great piece for the trailer to get people into the theaters, and they talk about that they don't like that in movies, but for their film it wouldn't be a bad cause. And that's what this movie did. It just poked fun of itself, and I'm not mad because it made me laugh at a few points. Now, the story behind it, the two characters, Nicolas Cage plays of course himself, meeting superfan Javi, played by Pedro Pascal, but then CIA agents come and tell him that he's not what he appears to be, that he is this dangerous drug lord that kidnapped a girl and might even kill him. Then throughout the movie we see these little scenes where they get together, they share intimate things, and they even talk that they have the same favorite movie. At a point you're actually forgetting about the dangerous part and you just want to root for Javi, and you try to convince yourself that he is innocent and he is not what the CIA agents make him out to be. In a sense, you're rooting for these two people to get together and just be friends. So that plot stood out in the movie too. Next, okay, let's talk about the cast. We obviously have Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, who is known for Game of Thrones, The Mandalorian, Narcos, and other such roles. These two names carried the film and did a great job. Their chemistry was, like I said, amazing. But we also have Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz playing the comedy duo CIA agents who are behind the scenes making jokes, but at the same time are trying to convince Nicolas Cage to go on a mission. They are funny, but they do not go over the top in the scenes they share with Nicolas, and do not take away from Nicolas and Javi's roles. The rest of the cast are supporting roles that just are there to add to the film and to progress the story. Now moving on to my cons. My biggest con for the film was the ending. I was kind of confused for a few reasons. Number one, did Nick actually kill Lucas, the drug lord, Javi's cousin, or did he mess up by catching the blade and then ended up getting hurt himself? Because it just cuts to the movie premiere like nothing happened, and it really doesn't clear up what happened. Like if this was actually a real incident that happened, it would have been a huge worldwide news that people would hear about Nicolas Cage, the actor, saving the daughter of a president and killing a drug lord. But no, we didn't hear anything. Or two, if it was real, wouldn't Javi be in trouble with the law because he was the face of the cartel family while his cousin was running it in the shadows? There had to be consequences because even the CIA agents were targeting Javi instead of the cousin. So at the end of the movie, we didn't see anything like that being cleared up. We just saw both of them at the movie premiere. Or three, what actually happened to the friendship between Javi and Nicolas after the whole movie premiere? We just see Nicolas being with his family watching Paddington 2, and then the camera pans out and focuses on the billboard of the film. Wouldn't it be nice if mid-credit scene we see Nicolas getting up from bed in the middle of the night just to call Javi while Javi is doing the same thing, just to say, hey man, I miss hanging out with you, let's make another script or another thing. They might call each other out of nowhere and end up that they're both watching their favorite movie, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and this would be the last buddy joke in the movie, and then we get credits. Next point is I wanted a little more tie in with Maria, the girl who was kidnapped at the beginning of the film, and somehow connect her father to Nicolas Cage and the elections or something along those lines. It just felt like the kidnapping was an afterthought, with the whole idea of it is being done to make the father pull out of an election race to let the cartel or drug lords basically run wild. Maybe since Maria was also a Nicolas Cage fan, while she was kidnapped with Addie, they end up talking and Maria asks, like, your dad is Nicolas Cage? Wow, that is so cool. Then Addie says, it's not as cool as it sounds. But then when we see Nick coming to the rescue for both of them, and almost at the end, she basically says, yeah, that's my dad, Nicolas fucking Cage, as a last joke, just like Nicolas' alter ego, Nicky, did when he was screaming the name. So my grade for this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10. It was nice to watch. I had fun watching it. I did not laugh out loud. I just had a few giggles here and there. But would I recommend this film to people? Yes, I would, especially if you are familiar with Nicolas Cage movies, because they do play a part in this film. So that does it for this review of The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Please join us next time when we are going to review Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
You break the rules. Look out! You become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find our social media links below. And like always, keep watching movies.